Hello movie lovers, you're welcome to another episode of Movie Hub. My name is Cindy. Today I'll be doing a movie review on the Nollywood film All Is Fair in Love, which is directed by Kayode Kasom.
You have 5 minutes to get your shit and get out. And I mean that in the nicest way.
You sleep with me and then you just run?
It's always a pleasure doing business with you.
So the plot of this movie centers on two friends, Demi and Kanla. Demi, which is played by Deyemi Okanlanwon, and Kanla, which is played by Timini Egbuson. So these two friends, they share a lot of things in common. One, they are both players, they are both casinovers, you know, like the ladies' man.
You have 5 minutes to get your shit and get out. And I mean that in the nicest way.
You sleep with me and then you just run?
It's always a pleasure doing business with you.
2, they are both struggling to keep their company afloat. And 3, they both fell simultaneously for the same woman who is called Mbali.
I got no bad at all. Like her, I would like to work with.
Now you might want to ask who Mbali is. Mbali is a very beautiful young lady, which is played by the South African actress Buhle Samuels. Now, Mbali is a beautiful young lady, like I said, and she also happens to be their business consultant, and she also happens to be a con woman who is trying to use their company for money laundering.
What are your international connections?
To break into the international market, you need the right links. It can be expensive, it can be difficult. This is where I come in.
So this film falls under the genre of romance comedy. Tricky thing is, I'm still trying to look for where the comedy is in this movie, because I didn't laugh throughout this movie. I only like smirked, and that was just like a little bit. And then the romance is still like a bit off.
I want us to keep this a secret, just between you and I.
Secret lovers?
Just until we sign the papers.
This is the first time in my life I'm willing to fight for a woman.
Welcome to the spot where the magic begins. The gifted studio where the dreaming never ends. Digital minds and creative hearts blend. Here we rise, here we transcend. State of the art, every tool you need. From video shoots to branding your feet. Birdie stars in season pros. This is where your vision grows. At Digifted studio, we bring dreams to life.
But then the cinematography of this movie is to die for, like top-notch quality. The filming angles, they are perfect, so they make up for all those little bits, you know, in the storyline. Also, I have to commend the makeup and costume department, especially the costume department. Like, wow, you guys did a really good job, because the guys, Kunle and Kanla and Demi, they were looking so good, like 100% steez dripping at all times. They were looking so good. Yeah, their fashion was on point, and you know, it actually makes sense, because you know, I could just imagine if their dressing wasn't like, they actually owned like a fashion industry, so imagine their dressing wasn't up to standards in this movie. But then this movie was able to pull through in that aspect, so I really like that.
Who's the winner again?
First rule of success, don't talk too much. I'm not happy.
Lori, call her Tony can stop Google design and she tell her to a new set of design.
This film is well studded with stars that we like to see on our screen. We have Deyemi Okanlanwon, we have Timini Egbuson, we have Adedimeji Lateef, Venia Kofure, Juliet Ibrahim, amongst others. And still with this excellent lineup of stars, beautiful cinematography, a very catchy storyline, this film was still unable to deliver and portray what we expected to see in this movie. Looking at the character Kanla, I must say that the character Kanla was played by Timini Egbuson, and I must say that I really love Timini Egbuson, but in this movie I feel like he underacted. Yeah, I couldn't feel the depth and soul in his performance. He was just like really blank. Most of his acting in this film was just really blank, you know. So I felt like he could have done better in portraying the character Kanla in this movie. And I feel like this is one of his worst performances that I've watched like in a movie yet.
We need to raise money.
But isn't that
what the business consultant that we're trying to hire is supposed to fix. You wait until we find one.
Also, don't get me started about Demi's character played by Deyemi Okanlanwon. Deyemi was just so extra in this film. Like, if you can count the numbers of times that this guy was actually shirtless in this film, it's enough to make like a swimsuit, swimming pool advert or something. We get it. Demi has a banging body. Can we just go and skip and understand this movie you're trying to show us? Stop showing us your body because if someone like it and if someone do not like it.
This is the first time in my life I'm willing to fight for a woman.
Don't talk to me in that condescending manner.
In this vibrant space, we ignite your life. From dawn to dusk, creativity's in the air. The Gifted studio, we take you there.
As for the character Mbali, played by the South African actress Buhle Samuels, her acting was quite commendable in the movie. She did quite well. But then in the storyline, was it actually necessary to make her characters actually like be in a relationship with the two main characters, which is Kanla and Demi? So from what I understood in this movie is that Mbali is actually their business consultant. Right, so these guys they actually worshipped the ground that she worked on, and this was not just about facial looks and all of that, but because she was actually smart, like upstairs. So they actually would have respected her decisions, right? They would have actually listened to her ideas that she had to offer to the company because they actually thought she was actually brilliant. So stringing them in a relationship, you know, I don't just understand the whole concept of that, because even the relationship, I wasn't really feeling the romance. It was just like a montage. Their relationship was a montage, right? And then this film is under the genre of romance comedy. So we are hoping to see more romance, but I'm not seeing any romance because the romance is actually a montage with most of the shots being Deyemi again taking his shirt off. So you can understand that. So that was absolutely unnecessary for me.
I just want us to keep this a secret. Just between you and I.
Secret lover?
Just until we sign the papers.
Although the storyline in this movie is very catchy, very wonderful, but then there were so many buts in the storyline. You know, it's the predictable old love triangle where two boys have to fight over one woman, two best friends have to fight over one woman, and then we know this storyline, you know, they are usually very cliche. So the two guys, they have to fight over one woman, and then we try to see if friendship will prevail over love, all of that. You know, we need something new. There is no edge, there is no twist, there's no suspense in the film. You know, the film is just blank for me. The storyline is just blank. We needed an edge, we needed a twist, and sadly we didn't see that. There was also so many irrelevant cameos. Lateef Adedimeji was in this movie and he was playing the role of a tailor. We also have Benita Akpofure from BB Naija. She was also in the movie. Although she gave an exceptional performance, her acting was quite good, but her role was quite irrelevant in this movie. She played the role of an ex, so it didn't quite add any depth or value in this movie. We also have Beauty Tukura, who is a model, who was also in this film. She was featured in this film, and she barely had any dialogue. She was just there for being their sake.
200 million naira in sales. We spent even more than that.
Your father is willing to invest money in your company.
Not interested.
We also have Kenzie Udosen, aka Madame Teresa, who is a comedian, right? He tried to bring in some little comic relief into this movie, but his feminine portrayal wasn't quite gelling. I mean, I know him from his skits to wear wigs and act like a woman, you know. So why couldn't he portray that in this movie as well? I felt like his whole theatrics lacked the appropriate gestures to go with them, you know. Him acting like a woman. I felt like if he had worn those wigs, you know, flipping his hair in the movie, it could have given like an extra, you know, swish or bang in that movie. It could have been actual gold. Him just behaving feminine without the proper gestures to go with it. It just felt like really off. My verdict in this movie is that it is a total pass for me. There is no suspense, no edge, no twist, you know. The movie is just there. My rating, I'll be rating this movie a 3 all over 10. You know, it's something you can just watch maybe when you're doing the laundry, you know, with the clothes in the washing machine, and you're also cooking. And not like Indomie, but like egusi soup and pounded yam, you know. you're cooking and then you just waltz into the sitting room and you're like, oh, you know, and you go back to the laundry and then you go back to the kitchen and you understand what I'm trying to say, because you are not going to be missing anything important. That's just it.
To make DK the #1 clothing line in Nigeria.
You don't think we're #1 already?
Be intentional about international collaborations.
What are your international connections?
To break into the international market, you need the right links.
So thank you for staying through till the end of this movie review. For more undiluted reviews like this one, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media platforms that are being displayed on the screen right now. I remain your girl Cindy, and of course, you don't even need to ask. I'll be movie talking you later. Bye.
This is the first time in my life I'm willing to fight for a woman.
Don't talk to me in that condescending manner.
Outdoor events with a Hollywood shine. Red carpets rolled out, cameras aligned. 4K visuals, audio so pristine. We capture moments, make your story see. Need a space, we got you covered right. Set your path alive. Expert edits from short clips to long. You free your mind, let you move along. At Digifted Studio, we bring dreams to life. In this vibrant space, we ignite your life. From dawn to dusk, creativity's in the air. Digifted Studio, we take you there. Imagination takes flight in every corner here. Consult our experts, your vision's crystal clear. From podcast to production, we got the know-how. Let your ideas bloom right here, right now. At Digifted Studio, we bring dreams to life. In this vibrant space, we ignite your life. From dawn to dusk, creativity's in the air. Digifted Studio, we take you there. So come along, join our community, where passion meets technology. At Digifted Studio, where your dreams align. Together we create, we elevate and shine. So come along, join our community, where passion meets technology. At Digifted Studio, where your dreams align.